black screen of death here with Dr. Dekker. Ooh.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Doctor, you're doing great. That's a lot of questions. You're understanding them.
Are
I
we?
bet it is. Sure.
No, I
So
don't
we've
believe
used
we
a lot
are.
of hints, but we had to obviously use them because we were mega stumped. Um, we'll do the recap once we get in because there's usually a video recap anyways.
Dude, no, I
So
love the video recaps.
thank God. Alrighty, so let's get it going. We're back. We're determined to 100%. We're a little over halfway over. Go us.
Yeah.
Woo!
At midnight each day.
On Valentine's night,
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my
Still
husband.
creepy
all
as
on my
fuck.
lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over.
Hilda.
I black out,
I don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just,
naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
I'm
David
I
actually.
can change
Oh,
my skin.
Then skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did
on
phone
Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I?
He was preoccupied with finding
Photographs.
patterns.
Rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since,
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker.
First, it didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
I want to know. So, since we didn't get too far last time because everyone was being super cryptic and didn't want to talk at all,
Yeah.
I want to know if the intro from the last time we played Dr. Dekker and this one are the same. So, watch our YouTube page. We'll play that back for you. Right
True,
here.
true, true.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Who-
So,
who
as
we
we
start?
saw, we got everybody except for Claire, because this is a big Claire stuff,
oh, for real.
to yellow, which means we do have to go back and talk to them again at some point, but that is for another stream, because I imagine we're going to be picking Claire's brain. We've saved the best for last, the woman
She
of the hour,
genuinely is, though.
because we got some documents of hers. We have today's to do is the arrest report says Claire killed David. I underlined some things to ask her about. I wonder if Bryce buried David. What happened with Ben? Asked patients about the paper spike. Too much to do today. I should tell Claire. Bryce says her husband is in the ground. So, let's refresh ourselves on this crime scene report. It's the case number, Valentine's. Oh, this is Dr. Decker's. We don't care about him.
I was
We're gonna
gonna
look
say,
at Claire's.
did we even know, like, the death report for David? Was that a thing?
We have this.
Oh, yeah.
David Kesselford. So, in short, on Tuesday, November 8th, myself and police person, blah, 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 Holt receiving from a neighbor that the Bauer House Avenue concerning the reported blah, 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 blah. We announced police. She's drenched in blood. There's a steak knife. The story that she pretty much told us, except, the ending where she says that he wasn't so, because of the affair and all of that.
Yeah. She gave a little more detail. Can we talk for a second about how Claire Castleford?
Yeah.
That's totally like a Sims name. I can so see that being like, Bella Goth.
Yeah.
They're both very close.
We cannot. I've been in a very dangerous spiral of restart on the Sims kick right now.
So you're
And let
telling
me tell
me
you,
you don't want to incorporate Dr. Dekker
mhm,
into The Sims and have them being same universe because that would also mean that telling lies is also in the same universe as The Sims.
I can't. I cannot have them. I right now my Sims game is vile. It the only word that I could truly use to describe my current Sims save file is toxic.
Oh.
It's a new level of low. I found some mods and I was like, "Oh, let me just like test these out." I've made some very toxic decisions. And I'm like,
Worse than you have before?
oh, it like it's truly just toxic. So I found one that like pretty much revamps the whole woohoo and pregnancy stuff, and then it adds a lot more to that and relationship things. And
Oh.
in short, um the best way to put it, I did not intend for this to happen, but let me give a little context. Friend who's on our D&D stream,
Yes.
Sandra Snow. She for whatever reason, me and Mantis, who's also been on before when we did some Gardic phone and stuff,
Yeah.
uh me and Mantis normally make a new save file. Every time we get into these kicks and we make a new save file and we don't really overlap our worlds because we're like, oh, we don't want our other Sims to be doing things while we're not on them. Xandra's on full chaos mode and she does the same file for everything. So I'm like, you know what, Xandra? I like the chaos. I'm gonna try it and do it. And then I
Oh no.
forgot. I
Oh
forgot about
no.
what I had in the world going on. And the last time I was messing around with a different mod and like testing things out, I made what I like to call a very nice salutey F boy, and he got
Ah.
around and he had like a whole family. His mom died. There was a bunch of drama there. And like his name was Dallas. And Dallas was sleuting around, but the whole time he kept like anytime he interacted with this girl named Joe, he was like, I want to be loyal. He wanted to have a trait swap from non-committal to loyal. This woman had like literally stuck through him thick and thin in his college days, where now when he tells his current person, we'll get to her in a minute, that he's had 15 woohoo partners, at least those that are
Oh.
still on the like they're still living. 15 at least. So like big salute. And from there, Dallas slooted around after college. He's like, I want to go be a doctor because he's a little like sloot. And he did that. He became a doctor and he ended up marrying Joe, had a kid in the middle of all of his like mess. And I was like, girl, since when? Since when did you have a baby? And I forgot all of that going into
Oh
my
my
current
god.
thing. I totally forgot. And they had a new like aspiration called Villainous Valentine, which
Oh.
is get caught cheating 10 times, have the X status with 5 people, and break up 10 couples. So made my new sim in the world. I was like, oh, Dallas Montgomery, what a cool, normal, like sim
What a
that's in the
cool
world.
normal name.
And then I was like, wait a minute, his last name's Montgomery. I messed around with a Will named Montgomery. He was the first couple I broke up because he was dating this girl named Greta. We don't like Greta. We don't talk about Greta. We don't like her. And because I remembered all the crap that happened with Greta too. And I was like, honestly, Will, I did you a favor because she was mega toxic.
Oh my
But
god.
regardless. So either way, I now have this slutty character doing all of this. She has a terrible reputation because everyone just hates her. Everyone hates this sim except for those who want to like bone down and like sloot around. And fully, I kid you not, uh Joe, as soon as I saw Joe, it was like the Celine Dion song. It's like it's all coming back to me now. Like that song literally in my head because I was like, "Oh my god, oh my god, I made Dallas. It like dawned on me. Like I completely forgot about him. And I was like, oh no. So Joe became my best friend. But I had like, or one of her, like her only friend. And I was like, oh no. Because I made Dallas break up with her because they were sleuting around. And I was like, oh no. Oh no. Joe, me and your husband, now ex husband, and father of like your 2 kids together, is now messing around with me, your bestie. And mind you, I didn't initiate any of this.
Oh
Because then
god.
my new sim was like, I want to be loyal too. I was like, no, you're non-committal. You stay non-committal. And legitimately, she is now married and has 2 daughters by this man. She married her, and like, oh my god, it was crazy. So this happened today. Like, inside her little beach house, like having a grand old time, and Dallas just walks up, his ex-wife and his current like girlfriend. He walks up to me and he's like, I want to get married to you. She was happy about it. And I was like, what? What? So yeah. That happened today and now they're married and Joe's perfectly okay with it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's crazy, which is why we cannot do a Sims like right now because my Sims are toxic. And like there's so much I've bleeped out of this story that I can't even go into. I just made a character and I just said yes to everything. I did the yes and.
Oh my god.
It's awful. It's so toxic. It's so healthy. So we can never go back there. Hi, Cusco.
We can never
He's
go
so
back.
excited. But anyways, yeah, so she killed her husband. Literally about to be my sim, probably, at this rate. Cusco, I need to take this pain med and you cannot have it. I know you think it's one of your treats. You're not getting treats. No, this is pain med. You can't have pain med. Nor are you in pain. And if you are,
He's
you
like,
need
no,
to
no,
start.
no. I need that. It is mine.
He is acting like, buddy, this isn't a treat. Oh my god, he totally thinks it's one of his kitty yogurts. He is losing it. One moment. I have to take this real quick. Aunt Irma is screaming. Hold on.
Ugh. Well, at least you know one thing. You're not Pregart.
Exactly. I'm not like my sim.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Anyways, Claire, let's say hello. Oh, let's look at our notes first for her. I don't think we need to know much. Rich, useless husband named David, obsessive tendencies, violent tendencies. I don't eat steak, it's nasty.
Oh yeah,
Correcto.
she's not a vegan, but
Uh,
or a vegetarian.
no, that's me that I put I don't eat steak because it's nasty. But
That's
her
fair.
parents died of carbon monoxide poisoning on Valentine's night. She was at the lake house with David. Cool.
Right.
All right. Hello, more and likely murderer.
Hello,
I've been to the
crazy
lake house regularly, keeping
What?
an eye on David.
That's great.
I saw the girl again, the one I told you about.
Mm-hmm.
She was playing outside.
Mm-hmm. You really shouldn't be talking to her anymore. Wow, that's only a green star. Okay.
Cool.
Can you tell me about the paper? We know.
The spike.
Dr. Deck, yeah, had a paper spike.
A paper spike is an odd thing to use as a weapon.
You would know.
I suppose if
Yeah,
it went
that's
directly
true.
into the heart, it might work. Or through his eye, or perhaps through the ear into his brain. Or was it just a frenzied, bloody mess of a murder? Do you know, Doctor?
I'm not telling you if I did. Yes, we do.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sorta. No,
Honestly,
I
she did
do
seem a little
not
too
know.
happy about
I'm
it.
afraid I don't know the answer to that.
Oof.
No. I do not know how he was murdered.
That's what it says. I can see you're confused. The police say that David is dead, fatally wounded when I stabbed him. The coroner says that David is dead. Everyone says that David is dead. There was even a funeral. But I know he's alive.
How do you know he's alive? But also, that had nothing to do with what we told you.
Yeah, I don't want to open that. I wanted to clear the paper spike first before we got into all of her mess. But I saw the crime report of David's death. We'll just go there.
That's not relevant here.
Okay,
It so
great.
is, though.
Mm,
What did they tell? What did Jaya tell us to tell Claire that Bryce said to tell
that
that
yeah.
David for sure is dead? Or maybe we should
Yeah.
ask about the little girl.
Yeah, there's a lot that we could start opening.
Yeah.
Tell me about the little girl.
Tell me about the
I don't know
scary
anything
lady.
about that.
Girl, you mentioned her first.
Okay. How
Um,
do you know David is alive? We're just gonna
Yeah,
go
pop
right in,
that,
I
You
guess.
tell me. What could possibly explain that?
A 25th hour.
Woman, I'm not playing with you today. I'm not.
You tell me. What could possibly explain that?
Bryce told me David is in the ground.
You sound confused. What exactly do you want to ask me?
Uh,
Was David buried?
I don't know, Doctor.
um,
You
we
went?
got confirmation that he is dead?
Yeah. Yes. David is. That's not the word. Yes. Yes. David is dead.
If David doesn't exist, then
I
that
didn't
means
say
that I
that.
really did kill him. He
Yes,
really
you
is
did.
buried, and I really should be going to prison for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
That just doesn't seem right to me.
Because you're Delulu.
It's more probable that I reanimated him under Dr. Dekker's guidance.
Dr. Dekker's guidance? What the fuck?
I'm sorry? Dr. Dekker's guide. No, I was right. No, I wasn't. That's not right, is it?
Guidance.
Is it? It looks like it's missing an E.
No, there's just one E.
Try asking me something I might know.
Girl,
Hold on.
stop
If David
it.
doesn't exist, then that means that I really did kill him. He really is buried, and I really should be going to prison for a very long time. That just doesn't seem right to me.
Because you're Delulu.
It's more probable that I reanimated him under Dr.
Guide
Dekker's
dance.
guidance.
Yeah, I guess that is right. Okay. Oh my god. Sorry, my father is messaging me.
Fuck, you
He's
know
really
what?
proud. But
Did she talk to the kid? We're just gonna leave David alone. Fuck that. She don't want to
I
talk
didn't
to us
speak to
about
her
him.
this time.
oh, good. Thank
Something
God.
about her made me feel uneasy.
Oh, what?
I
Innocence?
just watched her from the bedroom window.
That's worse.
She'd caught a fish.
Okay.
She was holding it in
Okay.
her hands.
What makes you
uncomfortable?
feel uneasy about her?
Sorry.
You
I don't
do.
know.
You're lying to me.
Maybe just what makes you uncomfortable?
I don't know what you're after, but I don't know anything about
What
Ugh.
makes you uneasy? Because that was the term she used.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of all these questions.
Okay, fine. I will read
Let's
it back.
go with
Speak to her this
again
time.
question mark.
Why didn't you speak to her
I'm getting tired.
again?
I don't.
Ugh.
You're gonna. Okay.
I didn't speak to her this time. Something about her made me feel uneasy.
Did you talk to her
I just
before?
watched her from the bedroom window.
Why? Did
What a fish. She was holding it in her hands.
What happened after she held the fish?
I wasn't close enough to see, but for all intents and purposes, it looked as if the fish bit her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive.
What in the was
Really
that?
good. She- She's a really good actress, but she scared me.
Oh, for real?
That
Yeah.
scared me. That was
No.
unsettling. That was I don't
Claire,
want to say it
you
on
make
stream
me
because then I feel like
uncomfortable.
you know what? I think I'll be safe though the woman's crazy allegedly, but that gave me Casey Anthony vibes. That gave me Casey Anthony vibes
Oh, for real,
to the
it
core.
did.
Like the level of emptiness behind those eyes when she said that. Good actress. Kudos to her, whatever this woman's name is, because I want to replay that, and thank God I don't have to, because there's no star there. There's no star, and I don't ever have to see that again until I do the highlights of this stream on Friday. Then I will deal with that. But until then, ever wanting to witness that again.
No.
Okay. So we have that. Let's continue with this questioning.
I didn't speak to her this time.
Okay.
Something about her made me feel uneasy.
I know there's something with
I
this
just
here.
watched her from the bedroom window.
Uh-huh.
She'd caught a fish.
Sure.
She was holding it in her hands.
Why was she holding
What
the
happened
fish?
to her fishing rod, you rich bitch? Did you steal it? And then also stab David with it?
What makes you feel uneasy? That is not how you spell any of that word. Uneasy about her.
I'm afraid I don't know the answer to that.
Why do
Okay,
you
you
think
just-
she bit the fish bit her?
Why do you think the fish bit her? I don't want to see it again. There's something here, but I don't know what. But we're just gonna go to our big one. We're just gonna go to David. We're just gonna figure out what.
Why do
we
you
need to
think
pull
David's
apart.
alive?
Why do you think David is alive? How do you know David is alive? Okay.
Yeah.
You tell me. What could possibly explain?
Okay. Reanimation.
David was dazed and confused when I brought him back to life. As
Okay.
you'd expect. He
Yeah.
was scared.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want me to go near him at first, which is understandable, as I did kill him.
She
But
just admitted
I
it.
didn't really succeed in bringing him back. He wasn't a big talker before, but even monosyllabic words were more than what he seemed able to give me.
So you admit to killing David.
Think, Doctor, think. Use your brain. Or your notes if you have to.
What the
Okay, Claire, you're a nutcase.
David was dazed and confused when I brought him back to life. As you'd
You brought him back to life.
Yes, resurrection. But now that I've seen the results, I don't think there's anything holy about it. I think reanimation is more an accurate term. Like, I'm an evil necromancer raising things from the dead.
What else have you raised from the dead? Okay. Evil necromancer.
Is David a ghost?
No, David's a zombie. So David is a zombie now.
Yes, he did come back to life, but he's not a zombie. He looks like he always did. Just his mind is encumbered. There's no way back.
Is he a ghost?
Are you going to kill him again?
I don't know, Doctor.
You should have an answer, and the answer should be no.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
What
Hold on.
is this?
Okay. So this woman slaughters her husband, then is like, oh, well, you can't charge me with murder if he's still here and alive. So I brought him back. Now he's dumb because she says he like sits at, this is why he's at the lake house. So what does he eat? Those dead animals that she kept saying, like, oh yeah, David brought home a dead animal again.
I wonder
So he's
if he's
literally a
actually
zombie.
like a vegetable and like she's having a
Try asking
psychotic
me
break.
something.
I bet that's what's actually happening. She had a psychotic
That's not
break
relevant
because
here.
she did stab him, but he's still alive.
Well, no, because they saw him dead.
Sorry.
They saw him dead. He's dead. He's for sure McDead because we have a police report saying like, yo, he's dead. But then how does she have the body if Bryce says he's in the ground?
Maybe she's
So I
lying.
mean, she put someone else's body in there, which I think is then Dr. Dekker is buried in her husband's
Ooh,
grave.
maybe. Yeah, ask her if she's lying about David.
Okay. Are you lying about David? Well,
Oh,
okay.
big lame.
Okay. My lower back hurts so bad and I'm craving the pretzels in my kitchen. Okay. So she kills her husband back.
That's
This one.
Resurrection.
Okay.
But now that I've seen the results, I don't think there's anything holy about it. I think reanimation is more an accurate term.
Why is reanimation an accurate
I'm an
term?
evil necromancer, raising things from the dead.
Yeah, ask her why is reanimation more accurate.
Yeah. I had a feeling because it's all David is dead.
Yeah.
Then that means that I really did kill him. He really is buried, and I really should be going to prison for a very long time. That just doesn't seem right to
Why
me.
doesn't that seem
Yeah, why
It's
doesn't
more
it
probable
you?
that I reanimated him under Dr. Dekker's guidance.
Why do you think you should not go to prison? Okay. Why? Not why. Why? Why is it not right to you?
Try asking me
Yeah,
something.
that's a little too vague. I agree.
Did Dr. Dekker know David?
Did Dr. Dekker meet David?
Taking Dr. Dekker to see David.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Dr. Dekker wanted to examine him, so they went into a different room. I wasn't worried. David wouldn't speak, but Dr. Dekker seemed very distant after that. He didn't say a word on the way back.
Okay.
On the way back? So
From visiting the lake house.
So he did another home visit. Oh no. Every time Dr. Dekker does a home visit somewhere, things just immediately go not good.
I don't know what you're after.
Why was he distant? Why? Oh God, what was the last thing she said before I focused on the home visit?
I don't know, Doctor.
You do.
I think it was
Yeah.
a mistake taking Dr. Dekker
Why
to
do you
see
think it was a
David.
mistake?
Yeah.
Dr. Dekker wanted to examine him, so they went into a different room.
Mhm.
I wasn't worried. David
Mhm.
wouldn't speak. But Dr. Dekker seemed very distant after that. He didn't say a word on the way back.
Why was
Yeah. Why was he distant?
taking Dr. Dekker a mistake?
Yeah.
I'm afraid I don't know the answer to that.
I wish you did.
Why do you think Dr. Dekker was distant?
Why do you think Dr. Dekker was? Oh my God! I almost wrote dispute.
Think, Doctor, think.
Woman, I'm
Sir.
about to slap the crap out of you.
Oh,
No,
for real. You should. You should.
give like Looney Tunes, like slap. But okay. Okay.
Maybe David spoke to Dr. Dekker. Ooh.
Did David speak
Draven.
to Dekker?
You're saying that my David would speak to Dr. Dekker, but not his beloved wife?
Yes.
I don't think so, Doctor.
Girl,
Never
you
said
stabbed
verbally.
him.
Even if that were true, what would he say? What would he tell him?
You tell me.
He would tell him that you killed him.
You are a psycho.
No. Okay, she doesn't want to follow up on that. We cleared that out. We have reanimation. We got this here. We got this here. Okay. How do you know David is alive? We have the little girl and the fish. Okay. Reanimation.
David was dazed and I brought him back to
Oh,
life.
how did
Okay.
you reanimate him? How
He
did
was
you
scared.
reanimate him?
Oh,
He didn't.
Or how did you
you
like fix him or perform the whatever?
That's not relevant here.
How did you fix him? Yes, it is.
It was about a week later. I brought David back to life. Not with voodoo, not with virginal sacrifice.
No, you don't seem like you're from
I
New
just
Orleans.
willed it to happen, and it did. Dr. Dekker told me it was possible, but only if you're not buried. He says once you're in the ground, there's no coming back. But until then, you have a chance at resurrection.
David wasn't buried?
Bryce says David
Well, yeah, David was put in the ground.
is buried.
Smuggling a body out of a funeral can be difficult, unless you pay the right people.
Oh my God. What did you
What are
do?
these notes? I should tell Bryce that Claire says he's been smuggling bodies.
What kind of price? I'm very curious.
What kind of price?
I'm getting tired of all these questions.
You
What
are
was
in therapy,
the price
sir.
to smuggle a body?
Sorry.
That's a lie.
Oh,
All right,
no.
fine. We're gonna quickly go and do this. Because as much as I don't want to talk to him.
No, I don't want to either.
Great, he doesn't want to talk about it either. Moving on. Moving on. We'll talk to him later about that. We will add to our to-do list. It could stay right there. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's right. We should look at the underlying things.
How did you smuggle him out?
Oh, it's in the ground. I'm using the wrong term. Bryce says your husband is in the ground.
Well, that's what he would say, isn't it?
I've been using the wrong terms. Oh, well, that's great. Riveting. Okay. So that is good. We cleared that. We still got the murder. We still got the reanimation. More reanimation. Alive, the little girl and the fish, and the paper spike.
what happened after? What did the girl do with the fish? I'm
Okay, we'll go
still
back to the
very
little girl.
yeah. I'm still very curious about that. Like,
Okay. So fish.
I
Oh
wasn't
no,
close.
this is the creepy one. I don't want to see it.
I didn't
Um.
speak to her this time. Something about her made me feel uneasy. I just watched her from the bedroom window. She'd caught a fish.
How many
She was
fish did
holding
she
it in
catch?
her hands.
um,
How many fish did she catch? Did she do anything else that day?
I don't know what you're after, but I don't.
Okay.
what did she do with the fish?
What did she do with the fish? Okay. They're all like, haven't you talked about that before?
The answer is
Yeah.
no. We haven't. Let us talk to this psychotic woman. Um.
I,
God.
Cool. Another great achievement. Um. Uh.
Do you know the
There's more of
girl?
this little girl.
Um.
She didn't talk to her. She just watched her from the window. Why did you not talk to the girl? Okay.
I didn't speak to her this time.
Why didn't you
Something
speak
about
to
her
her?
made me feel.
Why didn't you speak to her?
Think, Doctor.
Why oops, didn't you speak to her this time?
I'm getting tired of.
Okay, fine.
I didn't speak to her this time.
Why?
Something about her made me feel uneasy. I
Why?
just watched her from the bedroom window. She'd caught a fish.
Uh.
She was holding it in her hands.
Have you seen her do this before?
Yeah.
Did she see you?
Oh,
Did the
did she
little
see you?
girl see you?
I don't know, Doctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do
We asked her
you
what she
like
did with the fish.
fishing?
Um. How often does she go to the lake house?
How often do you go to the lake house?
I'm afraid I don't know the answer
Oh, I
to
meant
that.
the little girl, but that works too. Um. Do you? Does anyone
Try
else
asking
know
me
the girl
something I
is
might know.
there? Or is it just
Was,
Claire? Has anyone else seen this girl?
That's not relevant here.
It so is.
yeah.
Mm, do you know the girl's name?
Sorry. I don't know.
Apparently not.
Yeah,
I didn't
well.
speak to her this time. Something about her made me feel uneasy. I just.
Something about her makes you feel uneasy.
Try asking me something I might know.
You should know that, you dumbass.
Okay.
uh,
Okay.
uh, let's see, the fish bit her. What did she do after the fish bit her? Maybe we gotta be more specific.
What did she do after the fish bit her? All right, fine. We'll watch it again.
I wasn't close enough to see, but for all intents and purposes, it looked as if the fish bit her.
It did do the creepy song.
Oh. It's like with Elin in the transformation or whatever.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Oh.
close enough to see, but for all intents and purposes, it looked as if the fish bit her.
How can you tell the fish bit her?
Can you tell the fish bit her?
Hmm.
Nope. There's something with this little girl. I don't think it's the fish. I think it's the uneasy.
Do you have pictures?
You know what?
Do you have proof?
Uneasy.
Think, Doctor.
Proof? Question mark.
Proof?
I have a picture of him I took after he came back. I'll bring it in next session.
Wait, of who?
Her dead husband. Do
Yes,
you
I would like to
have
see it.
photos of your husband?
Do you
I
have
don't know what you're
pictures of
after.
the little girl?
Do you have photos of the little girl?
That's not relevant here.
Okay.
Okay, that's fair.
She's got nothing with this little girl. I don't know what I'm missing on her.
That's just a dead end. Okay. What else is there?
How do you know David is alive? You brought him back. Reanimation. No, I do not know how he was murdered. And then the little girl, currently.
Let's go back to Dr. Dekker
Yeah.
and like how he
Okay.
was murdered.
A paper spike is an odd thing to use as a weapon.
How is it an odd
I
weapon?
suppose if it went directly into the heart, it might work. Or through his eye, or perhaps through the ear into his brain. Or was it just a frenzied, bloody mess of a murder? Do you know, Doctor?
How
You would know all about
you
bloody
use
messes.
the paper spike? Okay. She has all these options, but how would she do it? You seem to know a lot about paper spikes.
Or
I'm getting tired of
maybe we just tell her that he was stabbed through the heart.
Alright.
I don't think
Was
that's wise,
stabbed
but
in the heart.
I'm not sure what you're trying to ask.
Thank God she didn't
oh, thank
understand.
God. Okay. She's just a dumb idiot. Okay.
A paper spike is an odd thing to use as a weapon.
Odd thing to use as a weapon?
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh,
Moving on.
maybe
A paper
you know what?
spike is an
I'm
odd
gonna be
thing to
mean.
use as a
Why
weapon.
did you use a steak
I
knife?
suppose if it went directly into the
Ooh.
heart, it might work. Or
Just be sassy
through his
about it.
eye,
Just like
or perhaps through the ear into his brain. Or was it just a
genuinely
frenzied,
ask that,
bloody
though.
mess of a murder? Do you know, Doctor?
Be a bitch. Be a bitch.
So why did you use a steak knife instead?
The steak knife was the closest, sharpest
God
weapon
damn
I could
it.
lay my hands on. I didn't really have much time to think about it.
Do you think
Okay.
you killed David? Or do you think that
She's
David?
admitted to killing him. Steak knife, blood. Was it
were
bloody?
you covered? Why were you covered in blood? Or you were covered in blood? Question mark.
Yeah. You were covered in blood.
It's a messy business, stabbing someone.
She would know.
You'd imagine that it would be like slicing into a pie with all the filling
I
just
hate
slowly
that.
oozing out. But it's so much more dramatic, like popping a cork of a bottle of champagne. Blood sprayed everywhere.
This is the possums all over again.
You would know, Claire. You would know.
Did
Okay.
that do anything?
It cleared it out.
Thank God.
Well, it cleared itself out. We still have the steak knife,
God damn it.
but we cleared out the blood question. Are you close with your neighbor? Oh, they spell it like this.
My neighbors seem far more interested in my business than they are their own. The lake
You
house
are
only has
rich.
one house opposite, and it was on sale for some time. I suppose I should have bought it.
Why should you have bought
The
the
house.
lake house?
I don't know, Doc.
Why should you have bought it?
I don't know.
What do you want from me?
Why didn't she have much time to think about what to stab David with?
Why didn't you have much time to think about what to
Murder
stab
your husband with?
David with.
I don't understand what you're getting at, Doctor.
What are
I
you?
thought that
be
was
more
oddly
specific.
specific.
That is oddly
Didn't
specific.
have much time.
I'm afraid I don't know the answer to.
Why did you kill David?
I don't know what you're after.
Why did you kill David?
Why did you kill your husband? Since you don't want to give him
That
a
one
name.
guy said,
I'm
"Why
getting
was
tired
David
of all these-
killed by you?"
Why was David killed by you? Well, all right. So the neighbors were underlined, and she's
My
like,
neighbours seem far more interested
Interested
in my business than they are
business.
their own. The lake house only has one house opposite, and it was on sale for some time. I suppose I should have bought it.
Why was it on sale for a while?
why was the house for sale?
I don't know, Doctor.
Okay.
That's fair, actually.
Who moved into the for sale house?
Plot
I'm
twist,
afraid I
it was
don't know.
Dr. Dekker.
Who purchased the lake house?
Sorry.
Who purchased your neighbor's house?
Who purchased your neighbor's house? Your neighbors obviously purchased it. Genius.
Look.
Your neighbors are in your busyness. Okay. Woman.
My neighbours seem far more interested in my business than they are their own.
How do they
The
seem
lake house
more
only has one
interested?
house opposite, and it was on sale for some time. I suppose I should have bought it.
Okay.
Did you want
One
to buy
house opposite.
That's not relevant here.
it?
Did you want to buy it?
Try asking me something I might know.
Did you like your neighbors?
Do you wanna buy another? Oh my god. Another house to murder another husband? Okay. She doesn't want to talk about the neighbors anyways, so I'ma leave it there. We
Because
found out
she
her neighbors are
doesn't want
nosy.
to be in their business.
Tell me about the Bowers.
I don't
That's a lie. The Bower house?
think, Doctor.
Okay. She doesn't care about the Bower house on Weaston Park Avenue.
Wasted.
Blood, steak knife, dead man. Dead man walking. Dead man. Okay, we asked about the dead man. What else is there on this report? Husband, murder. Murder. Okay. We've talked about everything from this. So we have all of the open points, supposedly. We'll see. All right.
That's what it says.
That's what it says. Yep.
I can see you're confused. The police say that David is dead, fatally wounded when I stabbed him. The coroner says that David is dead. Everyone says that David is dead. There was even a funeral. But I know he's alive.
Can you prove David is alive?
Can you prove David is alive? Yeah. Can you bring David here?
Think, Doctor.
Can I come see David?
Can I meet David?
That's not relevant here.
Can I meet David?
I don't know anything.
What the
Woman. Okay.
You tell me.
Has
What
anyone
could
else
possibly
seen
explain
David?
that?
Has anyone else seen David?
Yes, the father and daughter who
Oh,
live
thank
up will
God.
have seen him, I'd imagine. Although they won't have talked to him. If anyone approaches him other than me, David would run a mile. The sociable part of his brain must have died in that week, too.
Mm.
Okay.
Jesus.
He would run a mile.
He would run away.
I don't know what you're after.
Okay.
Is he afraid of people?
Is David afraid of people?
I'm afraid I don't know the answer.
Okay. That's fine.
Mm.
Oh boy.
Were there problems with David's resurrection?
Were there problems with David's resurrection?
I think it's R
Sorry.
E S
I
S.
think I
don't
spelled
know.
that wrong.
Yeah.
Yep, I had it right the
RESURR.
first time.
Yeah.
I don't want to type all that out. That sounds I don't think it's gonna give us anything, but did something go wrong in David's resurrection?
RESURRECTION.
Yeah, I think I had a feeling. Yeah.
Yes, resurrection. But now that I've seen the results, I don't think there's anything holy about it. I think reanimation is more an accurate term. Like, I'm an evil necromancer raising things from the dead.
Mm-hmm. Why is reanimation more accurate?
I think his brain was already decaying during the
Oh.
week that he was dead. Important bits. So when I brought him back to life, I didn't heal him completely. Just gave him life in the state he was in. I mean, he's hunting and killing things and trying to roast them on fires he can only light with matches, but that's about it.
Oh, okay.
He's your
Well,
basic Neanderthal. So I have a problem.
what is your problem?
What is your problem?
I'm being charged with murder because the police don't know he's still alive, and I can't get David to vouch for me for obvious reasons. I think it would raise quite a few more questions than answers, which is why I'm hoping that you'd be able to help me.
How
How
can I
can
help
I
you?
help?
How can I help you?
Considering the circumstances, I'd be grateful if you could see your way to declaring me temporarily insane at the time of the murder, to lessen my sentence. Because I'm not a killer, but I can't prove otherwise. You don't still think I'm a killer, do you, Doctor?
Uh,
Yes,
uh,
I do still think you are a killer. And we could talk about this because before I hit send. Because I'm gonna be real. We helped fucking Ding Dong, who's like, I live in the world where I keep cycling my day. Ding Dong Sping Spong. And then you have Bryce, who's like, my 25th hour. I'm not supposed to stalk women. I'm not supposed to take photos of them. A shame. This whole time, we're like, no. F your crazy Delulu thoughts. This is what's happened. You've killed your husband. You killed him. You've admitted to killing him.
exactly. And somehow her
She's a killer.
psychotic brain is thinking that he's straight up alive when in reality she probably, like, for all intents and purposes he could be alive, but she did attempt to kill him. So yeah, she still be a killer. But like I still think that he's alive, but he might be in not necessarily a
Are you
vegetative
trying to
state,
say
but like a mentally incapacitated state. Like
I
if
find it
the
hard to
brain is
believe.
without oxygen for so long, then like you can come back, but you definitely won't be the person you were before, and you definitely will have some mentally you will have mental challenges is the over encompassing thing. I'm trying to be politically correct, but like essentially you will be mentally inept depending on how long the brain has gone without oxygen.
So are you thinking the guy that she killed
Yes,
was not her husband,
correct.
and she just smuggled a dead body from Bryce Pryor?
Dude, she's rich. She can do whatever she wants.
Like,
She is a rich
I'm just
sim.
yes, but I'm trying to make sure, like, because I feel like the like I don't know because I can't imagine the police just being like, you say this is your husband, so I guess we'll believe you, and not do like follow-up work on that.
If they're crooked
Because
cops
like,
that only do it for money, then yeah, they would.
yeah, but we haven't had any indication that the cops are crooked. We're talking to a lady that is believing she's an evil necromancer.
That's true. We also don't have any, like, grounds to go on that Bryce smuggled a body. Or that he saw someone
Try
in
asking
Dr.
me.
Decker's basement and,
You
like, freed
are.
her. You are a killer.
Because
You
either
are
way,
killer.
like, either way,
Either way,
like,
she was gonna kill him. Like, point
well,
blank.
yeah, either way she was going to kill him. But my thing is, even if her whole scheme, if we're trying to say that her plot point is she smuggled a body for the police to walk in on to, like, look at and say that her husband was dead and it was a fresh body because blood's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That means the person had to be alive when they walked in. There's no way you could just take a pre-dead, formaldehyde filled body and be like, oh, look at all this blood from it. Like, that's not how the cookie crumbles. It
Yeah.
ain't. So it had to be right then and there. So either way, she killed someone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Either
It's
way,
your
she
stream,
did kill
folks.
somebody.
But,
But yeah.
yeah. All right. Okay.
At worst, it's manslaughter. I didn't
No.
mean to kill him. I just stabbed him a bit. And although he was dead for a week, I brought him back to life. Does this mean you won't help me? Was I temporarily insane?
You were not temporarily insane.
No. You were not temporarily.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. Insane. Yeah.
I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear that. Let's have a few more sessions before you seal our fates. Or is it that you want something else? Like Dr. Dekker did?
What did Dr. Dekker want? That's so
Yep.
sketch.
He wanted to be reanimated as well, I bet.
Dr. Dekker teased me mercilessly about my electrodebility. He didn't believe I'd reanimated David. Once, he presented me with a dead mouse and commanded me to give it life again. I didn't, of course. It's not something I'd throw around lightly. He changed his
Well,
mind
now
about
we
me
know what's
eventually.
wrong with Claire.
And then he mentioned the girl.
Okay, do we talk about the girl or do we talk about
I'm
him
getting
changing his
tired of all
mind?
these.
Why did he change his mind? Let's go with that first.
Dr. Dekker asked if I could prove David wasn't dead, so I took him to the lake house. He saw that I was telling the truth. I can take you to see him too, if you like. Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Oh, I think that's how we get into yes, I would like to see David. I think that's how we got into the whole bit of yeah, I want to see David. Yeah.
Very well. In our next session.
Oh shit. Okay, now
Okay.
let's talk about the girl.
Okay.
What girl?
Well, that cleared it, apparently.
I still
But-
want to know. What
Dr.
girl?
Dekker asked if I could prove David wasn't dead,
So
so I
What
took
if
him
it's
to
the
the
one
lake house.
Bryce is talking about?
He saw that I was telling the
Mm-hmm.
truth. I can take you to see him too, if you like. Would you like to see David?
Okay, so we didn't clear it out yet. Okay.
Dr. Dekker teased me mercilessly about my electability. He didn't believe I'd reanimated David. Once, he presented me with a dead mouse
I
and
do like her
commanded
hair
me
a
to give it
lot.
life again. I didn't, of course. It's not something I'd throw around lightly. He changed his mind about me eventually. And then he mentioned the girl. He told me he'd locked up a girl in the basement of his house.
Holy
Ah!
shit!
Just for me. And he asked me to reanimate her. It was Iris. I said I couldn't reanimate something that wasn't dead, and he said that wouldn't be a problem. So I agreed. I just played along. I was hoping it wasn't real. I assumed it wasn't real. But he was offering me what I wanted, a temporary insanity diagnosis.
Who's Iris?
Oh.
Do we know an Iris? Ugh. Well, now we
I
can go
know
back to talking
we've
to
heard
Bryce
the name.
eventually.
Yeah.
Iris. Iris.
Jessica.
Yeah, Jessica.
Hilda, Terry.
Iris.
So it's not Scarlet.
No. I don't think we know an Iris. Just, I wonder, ask who Iris is. Who is Iris? Who dat?
Hold on.
I don't think Claire's wearing shoes.
It didn't happen. Dr. Dekker called me from his house to cancel. He was furious. He said that Iris had escaped, and he blamed me for it. He said that I must have set her free after he told me about her. I knew it was all lies anyways. He was obviously titillating himself by reprimanding me. He knew I'd never want to speak to Iris again, so I couldn't prove it either way.
Oh my god, Iris is the girl that her husband cheated on her with.
Oh,
That's
that's
who
right.
it is.
Yeah. The,
Oh my
the
god, I
girl
knew
who
I
worked
was
at
because
the
it's the eye doctor.
Yes.
Yeah. It's an eye doctor named Iris.
Ah.
I knew it.
Oh my god.
Woman, I didn't pay attention to a single thing you said. I'm so sorry.
No.
Say that
It
again.
didn't happen. Dr. Dekker called me from his house to
'Cause
cancel.
that's
He was
the night
furious.
Bryce released her
He said
from
that
the
Iris had
basement.
escaped, and he blamed me for it. He said that I must have set her free after he told me about her. I knew it was all lies anyways. He was obviously titillating himself by reprimanding me. He knew I'd never want to speak to Iris again, so I couldn't prove it either way.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Okay, this cleared out so many things for her.
Holy shit.
Okay. Okay.
Alright,
Holy
well.
cannoli.
Oh my god.
Alright. I don't even know where to write this. Okay. We gotta update our notes. But
was Iris.
Claire is trying to get us to agree
For temporary insanity.
seeing she reanimated David, and he is alive at the lake house. Suggests Bryce is smuggling bodies.
Hmm?
The little girl got bit by a fish. Claire did not talk to her because she felt uneasy by her. Um, uh, Claire made a deal with Dr. Dekker saying she would reanimate Iris, the girl her husband cheated on her with. But then Dr. D canceled because she escaped. Claire, yeah, believes is correct. Believes it's because Dr. Dekker thinks she let Iris out, but in reality, it is the night Bryce let out the girl in the basement. Right? That about sums it up. Oh, she did admit to killing her husbando. That covers it so far.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. Moving on. So we gotta talk to Bryce about Iris and smuggling the bodies. But
Um,
got the
shoot.
little girl.
Uh,
Got reanimation, which I think will clear out the other green one about like saying how do you know he's alive or whatever.
yeah. We should ask her if she would have saved Iris.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've talked about Iris. That's all we have. I have a feeling the Iris stuff is done.
Yeah.
This one's still big though. So the date. How do you know David is alive? And then our answer is reanimation.
Mm,
I think. Yeah. Reanimation still has one, which I think will clear out the other one.
David was dazed and confused when I brought him back to life, as you'd expect. He was scared. He didn't want me to go near him at first, which is understandable, as I did kill him. But I didn't really succeed in bringing him back. He wasn't a big talker before, but even monosyllabic words were more than what he seemed able to give me.
hmm.
I don't know. I'm afraid I don't know.
How was David acting scared? Is David still scared of you?
Sorry.
Okay. Um, dazed and confused?
He made sounds.
Ugh.
I could understand him a bit. I thought he'd improve with time, like a child learning to talk, but he didn't. It's only recently that I've come to that conclusion that he's not going to get better. He's not going to be right again. I think it's his brain. At least he is safe where he is.
Where is he? Or where is he safe at?
At the lake house.
Yeah.
He doesn't move from there. For good reason.
Mm-hmm.
Why doesn't he move from there? from the lake house.
Mhm.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious, but if we need one to
Yeah.
fill that spot.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. What I meant to say is that David never leaves the vicinity of the lake house. I think his hunting would be severely restricted by trying to do it from the kitchen window.
His hunting.
That's not relevant here.
Uh, but it might be.
Mhm.
Try asking me something.
'Kay.
At the lake house. He doesn't move from there. For good reason.
Mm,
David shouldn't be alive, so he can't just stroll around the neighborhood. It's unseemly. I did think he'd be able to rejoin society at some point, but not anymore. He's getting worse, not better.
how is he getting worse?
I don't know what you're after, but I don't know anything about that.
You do.
Why is he not getting better?
How is David? Ooh. Why is David not getting better?
Think, Doctor.
Listen, Miss Ma'am.
Why is he
I'm
not
tired of
getting
your
better?
sass.
I'm getting tired of.
I'm
No,
getting
I don't need
tired
that.
of all
I need
your
this one.
David
backsass.
shouldn't be alive, so he can't just stroll around the neighborhood.
Right.
It's unseemly.
It's
I did think he'd
unseemly.
be able to rejoin society at some point, but not anymore. He's getting worse, not better.
Mm-hmm.
How is he getting worse?
I don't know, Doctor.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do. Why do you think he's getting worse?
Why do you think he is getting worse?
Think, Doctor. Think.
Mm.
David shouldn't be alive, so he can't just stroll around the neighborhood. It's unseemly.
Why is it
I did think
unseemly?
he'd be
No.
able to rejoin society at some
Why
point,
do you not
but
think David
not
should be
anymore.
alive?
He's getting worse, not better.
Just backtrack completely.
Yeah. Why can't he rejoin society?
Yeah, at
I'm
this
afraid I
point.
don't know the answer to.
And girl, you
Rejoin
so do.
society?
That's not relevant here.
Worse?
Mm,
I don't know, Doctor.
better?
Better? Yep.
Try asking me something.
Woman.
Mm,
Okay.
mm,
I want to continue this so bad.
David shouldn't be alive, so he
Live.
can't just stroll around the neighborhood. It's unseemly. I did think he'd be able to
Unseemly?
rejoin society
Question
at some
mark.
point, but not
I
anymore.
think we should.
He's getting worse.
Fuck it.
We've done everything else.
Unseemly?
I'm getting tired of all these.
Oh,
Thank God.
it's just unseemly, not unseemingly.
Unseemly?
Do you see David here?
Oh, Jesus.
That-
No, Doctor. That would be ridiculous.
Well, that cleared
Would
that
it
out.
though?
Would it be ridiculous? Okay, we cleared that out. How do you know David is alive? Which is resurrection, which I think is cleared out. Yeah,
Oh,
reanimation's
maybe,
cleared out, so it
maybe
did
tell
not
her
clear it out.
that Bryce said he freed Iris. Maybe that's what we need.
Ooh! Bryce said he freed Iris.
What?
Oh,
What?
shit.
She was actually his prisoner. Bryce saved Iris? So that's 2 favors I owe Bryce now. And
Two?
Two favors.
I'd probably have stopped her death if I'd known it was real.
Probably.
I suppose I should have a chat with her now.
No.
No.
No. You should not chat with Iris. No, I can't tell her no. Oh.
Maybe
hold on,
probably question?
2 favors. You owe. Whoa.
You
oh
owe
my
him.
God.
You wooed him.
You owe Bryce 2 favors? No.
What? She was
This is
actually
my
Oh,
favorite.
just probably
Bryce
question
saved
mark.
Iris? So
Or
that's
probably
two
save
favors I
her.
owe Bryce now. And Iris? I'd probably have stopped her death if I'd
Probably
known it was
stopped
real.
her death.
Yeah, probably stopped her death.
I suppose I should have a chat with her now.
Probably
Probably.
stopped her death.
There was something delicious about the idea of getting
Oh my
revenge
God.
on Iris by having Dr.
Yeah, that
Dekker
sounds
kill her.
about right.
But I'm not wicked.
Just a murderer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well that cleared that out. Okay. Okay. Hold on. How do you know David's alive? The murder thing's still there. Steak knife, paper spike, little girl. And that's it.
The fuck is
We're
with the
getting
little
there.
girl?
I don't know. We'll
Like,
figure
why
something
is that
out.
still there?
This is our big one, so.
That's what it says.
For real.
I can see you're confused.
Mm-hmm.
The police say that David is dead, fatally wounded when I stabbed him. The coroner says that David is dead. Everyone says that David is dead. There was even a funeral. But I know he's alive.
You know what? What happened after the funeral?
He's buried at Henley Church. You can go see for yourself. There's even a headstone. One of your other patients was a pallbearer. I never forget her face.
Which
You should
patient?
ask him.
I mean, it's gonna be Bryce, but what patient was
It's
the
Bryce.
pallbearer? Yeah.
I have no
I think
idea.
it's Pall. Bear.
Bearer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bryce was a pallbearer for David. He's also a grave digger, I believe.
Okay.
Well, we got that confirmation. Why was he a
Okey-dokey.
pallbearer?
So let us go talk. Shouldn't know
No,
anyone.
that one guy, he didn't murder, or he didn't bear the palls. Or, how do you know Bryce?
Okay. How do you know Bryce? Why was Bryce a pall bearer? Okay, nope.
Alright.
Alright. Let us speak to him. You freed Iris from the basement?
The girl who was chained in the basement. Her name is Iris. How do you know that? Not that it means anything. She wouldn't remember me anyway. Time was frozen.
Hmm. Okay. Claire told me it was Iris.
I had no idea there was a connection between those two. Wow. Behind closed doors, eh?
He's green!
Oh, thank God.
Oh my god! Yay!
Finally! And Claire is still
Claire's
red.
still red. Okay. Yep, Claire's still red. Okay. Is he really? That's it? You know what? I'm done. I don't have to talk to him. I ain't gotta talk to him. Okay.
We're gonna take it as a
Okay,
win. We
Claire.
don't gotta talk to Bryce no more.
Nope, he's done. Okay, but we still have so many. Let's look at the steak knife. Maybe that will clear out. How do you know David is alive or something?
Yeah.
The steak knife was the closest, sharpest weapon I could lay my hands on. I didn't really have much time to think about it.
Why didn't you have time to think about it?
Why didn't you have time to think about it?
I don't know what you're after.
That's too vague.
Did you intend
Tell
to
me
fatally
more
wound him?
about David's murder. Okay.
Did you intend to fatally hurt him?
Did you intend to kill David?
Sorry. I don't know.
You
Oh,
absolutely do.
you do.
You absolutely do.
That's what it says.
That's what it says.
I can see you're confused. The police say that David is dead, fatally wounded when I stabbed him. The coroner says that David is dead. Everyone says that David is dead. There was even a funeral. But I know he's alive.
The police say he is dead. The police say David is dead.
The
The
police met
coroner
David.
say David is dead. Okay. 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 How do you know he is alive? Okay. Oh, I did ask that, like, verbatim.
You tell me. What could possibly explain that?
I cannot tell you how
I cannot tell a lie.
David
unlike you.
is alive. Okay. 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 What is it?
You tell me.
You tell me.
What could possibly explain that?
Magic.
How can you have a
That's
funeral
not relevant
if David
here.
isn't dead?
Who was in the
Yeah, who was in the coffin?
casket?
Try asking me something.
Who was in the coffin?
I don't know.
How did
Who
you have a
is at-
funeral?
How did you have a funeral? Well, no, she had the funeral because she reanimated him a week later.
Oh, right, yeah.
My thing is, who is buried at Henley Church?
Yeah.
Who is buried at Henley Church?
I'm afraid I don't know the answer.
Who?
What if it's the little girl? What if she
Who is?
stabbed her?
Oh, that's spooky. Who is buried
And like many fishes.
at David's grave?
Think, Doctor, think.
How do I ask you this?
How did you
Smuggled
smuggle the
a body?
body?
Here, smuggled a body? Yes, you do. Thorough. Woman, no shit, I'm thorough. Okay. Do we want to use a hint, or do we feel confident
Yeah.
still?
I almost want to use a hint, but just because, like, how else are we supposed to ask some of these questions? Like, I feel like we're asking the right questions.
Have you seen your repressed report? Did you intend to fatally wound him?
We asked
Things
if
we've
he
asked.
intended. God damn it.
Here.
David wanted to have a talk about our relationship. Not something any married person wants to hear. He said he'd been with Iris for about a year and that he loved her. He said he didn't love me anymore. Which I know is a lie. You don't just fall out of love with somebody. I reacted badly. I grabbed the nearest weapon I could find, which happened to be the steak knife, and stabbed him with it. There was so much blood. I instantly regretted it. So I fixed him.
I'm not moving on from this day. She is orange. We need to ask her the other question.
It makes for interesting reading, doesn't it? I can tell you're dying to ask me about it. Fire away.
Okay. Okay. So that cleared out the murder, but not how do we know David's alive. We have not answered that question.
I
Is there
hate
anything
that.
else? Do you think you might be seeing David's ghost?
We asked that at the beginning. Didn't I
We
say
did.
something about a ghost?
Yeah, like, is David not human? We've asked that too. Are you lying about never seeing Dr. Dekker outside of your sessions? Oh.
What in the shit?
Alright, let's just...
I assure you, David is not a ghost. I've touched him.
Vile. Vile.
You horny woman.
Since I brought him back, I felt that there was something different about him, something not quite right. I think it's his brain. But how ludicrous that you can bring someone back in the first place. It's like that book, Pet Cemetery. Funnily
I
enough,
hate that
he
book.
does smell of earth, but that's because he spends most of his time out hunting.
Okay. And we're just going to do the last one.
Shoot, Doctor. Yes, I did say I hadn't seen Dr. Dekker outside of our sessions. That wasn't a lie. Our trip to the lake house was made during a session.
Okay. You know what? I buy all of that. None of which cleared out this one.
Fair enough, I get.
We still have this
I hate.
with her. With her, we have one left.
You tell me. What could possibly explain that?
Nothing could explain David
You
being
psycho.
alive. How do you know David is alive? You tell me. I can't tell you.
I'm getting tired of all these questions.
I cannot tell you how David is alive. Claire, I don't know what you want.
Claire is the worst. Claire is
Nah,
the worst.
she's your favorite.
I mean, no,
What do
she
you
is.
mean?
She is out of the bunch. Her and Nathan.
Yeah. Okay, so. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Hmm.
Because you have heard him talk?
I don't know what you're after. You tell me. What could possibly explain that?
What could possibly explain? Nothing possibly could explain how he is alive.
Or
Ah!
how do you explain it?
How do you explain him being alive? Tell me more about reanimation. Okay, nope.
You tell me. What could possibly explain that?
Explain what?
Sorry.
Same! I don't know! Claire! We are so effing close. I've been so invested that where I'm not burnt out. Oh, we still have steak knife and the spike.
Oh.
Okay, we have some other things. Steak knife.
Oh,
The steak knife was the closest, sharpest weapon I could lay my hands on.
she talked about
I
being
didn't really have
covered
much
in
time to
blood.
think about it.
Yeah. Covered in blood. We've already talked about that, though. You were covered in blood. And the little girl. We still got little girl stuff.
I have no clue what to do with the little girl.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm getting tired of all.
Hmm. You should not talk to her.
No, yeah, definitely big no. Hard no.
How do How do you think Dr. Dekker was killed?
A paper spike is an odd thing to use as a weapon.
Uh,
I suppose if it went directly into the heart.
An odd weapon?
I'm afraid I don't know the answer.
Why is a paper spike a odd weapon? Okay, let's move that up to the top. I need to figure out how to move steak knife up there.
The steak knife was the closest, sharpest weapon I could lay my hands on. I didn't really have much time to think about it.
Much time.
I don't know.
Okay. Steak knife. Cool. We've moved all 3 of them up. Boop, boop, boop. 4. All 4 of them. We have 4 things left with her. Da 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 da. How do you know David is alive? You tell me. Please explain. Whatever. Doctor, the little girl, the fish bitter. She felt uneasy. Dr. Dekker had a paper spike. And why did you use a steak knife instead? It was the closest, sharpest thing I had. Closest?
Try asking me some.
Why was the knife the closest?
I don't.
Okay, but
The steak knife was the closest, sharpest weapon I could lay my hands on.
lay your hands on?
Think, Doctor.
I would love to think with my brain. Here. Maybe David survived the attack? Ooh.
didn't we say that too?
I don't know.
I thought we did.
Perhaps. Perhaps I missed his vital organs. Perhaps by some strange freak of nature, he only appeared dead for a week and needed no food or water. Though there was an autopsy, so it's not likely. I think he was definitely dead.
Okay. Did that clear out? Yeah, so that cleared out that one. I'll do another one. Fuck it. Pink cooldown. I have to wait another 41 seconds.
Oh,
Okay.
damn. Oh, okay.
That's fine.
Shoot. Replay what she said again.
We cleared out the
Okay,
one.
never
It was
mind.
about how David. Yeah.
So what do we still have left? The girl and
Paper spike and the knife.
The knife. Okay. The girl, the paper spike, and the knife. Fuck. Paper spike. I'm trying to think of what else we can say about the paper spike. Because there's literally,
A paper
like, she
spike is an
doesn't...
odd thing to use as a weapon. I suppose if it went directly into the heart, it might work. Or through his eye, or perhaps through the ear into his brain. Or was it just a frenzied, bloody mess of a murder? Do you know, Doctor?
Well, we told her that he was stabbed through the heart. Right?
That's not relevant.
Yes, he was stabbed in the heart.
He was stabbed in the heart.
Oh.
Then I'd say whoever killed him didn't want to leave any room for error.
Cool. Got that one. Oh, no, we didn't. Wait, yes, we did. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So we got the paper spike. Now we have the knife and the little girl. But thankfully...
Stupid little girl.
Why didn't she have much time to think about it?
We asked!
Why didn't you have much time to...
Oh my god, I'm
to
so
think
sick of this
about
game.
it?
We asked
I
that
didn't plan
twice.
to kill my husband.
We've asked
It was a
this so
spur
many
of the moment
times.
thing. What is it with men and affairs? Is that why they have a shorter average lifespan?
No, it's because women like you keep killing him. and then bring. Okay, so now all we have left is the little girl. Okay. It's all that's left. Woman.
I didn't speak to her this time. Something about her made me feel uneasy. I just watched her from the bedroom window. She'd caught a fish. She was holding it.
Okay. Why does the little girl make you uneasy?
I don't know what you're after, but I don't know anything.
What
How
did the girl
does-
do with the fish? If we're going
What did
back
the
on
girl
questions.
do with the fish? Nope, we already asked about the fish.
God hell.
It's the uneasy. We've solved
It
the
is
fish
the
stuff. It has
uneasy.
to be. It is. What did the little girl do to make you uneasy?
I'm getting tired.
I'm getting tired of
How
asking you the
does
same
the
questions.
little girl make you uneasy?
Try asking me some.
What happened to the lost key?
What the what?
What lost key?
Oh, I found the key. It must have been there all along, in a drawer in the hallway.
Cool.
I sworn I'd looked there already.
What does that have to do?
What does that have
What
to
does
do
that
with the
have to do-
girl?
Apparently it does. It cleared that, but now we have this opened of the lost key. What?
Oh, I found the key. It must have been there all along, in a drawer in the hallway. I could have sworn I'd looked there already.
The was the key for?
Drawer in the hallway?
You don't have to analyze everything I say, Doctor. Sometimes a hallway is just a hallway. And yes, before you ask, the same goes for the drawer.
We're done.
I hate
We're done with
that.
her. That was kind of infuriating because we asked so many of those things. So many.
So many of
But
the
I will
correct
say,
questions.
we never said David survived. I know that for sure. We never
No.
said that. So that was like an actual like, oh. Because again, why would we assume that if there's a bloody police report saying he's dead?
My brain.
Well, you need to wake it up, girl. We got 20 more minutes and we zooming. We got a wakey wakey, eggs and bakey.
My brain.
All right. I mean, we can either cut it here, or we could try to clear one more person. Real quick.
Who?
You can read the screen. That's who we got.
Well, no, I meant who do you
Yeah.
think we're closest to figuring out? I don't think we're anywhere close to Nathan. Jaya seems like she might be the best bet. And
I don't
Elend's
even
just a whole
remember.
problem.
I don't remember where we left off with Jaya.
Because if I remember right, I thought we went, like, ignored Jaya and went to Nathan or
Nah.
Mariana because we...
Competition.
Yeah, because
No, I've not read that book.
Mariana...
Is psychokinetic common? Yeah. Psychokinesis.
Because they're all orange, aren't they?
What about psychokinesis? No, they're all green. With Jaya.
Oh, no, I meant, like, each person is orange, aren't they?
Yeah, except
Okay.
for Bryce and Claire. They're done.
Well, yeah. You know what? Let's stick with Jaya. Let's do that.
You know what? Tell me about Iris.
Have you been taking notes in our session, Doctor? Perhaps.
Okay, you know nothing about Iris.
Alright. That's good to know. Do you know Dr. Dekker was locking people up in basements and planning on killing them? No, you should.
all Mariana crap. Grief counseling competition.
Sorry, I didn't mean I was competing. I was happy Mariana was going out with him. I didn't
Oh
want to be
yeah, we
romantic with
did.
him. We had a strong
Once we
connection and
found
that.
this out, we ignored Jaya and went straight to Mariana and Nathan to figure out their whole relationship thingy because I wanted to ship them so hard.
Yep.
Yep, I remember how that went down
So
now.
yep. So she wait.
Sorry, I didn't mean I was competing. I was happy Mariana was going out with him. I didn't want to be romantic
Why
with
were you
him. We had a
happy?
stronger connection than that.
Why did you not want to be romantic with him? Or why do you think your connection is stronger?
Not want to be romantic with Dr. Dekker. Oh, did that move it? No, I guess we already asked that. How was your your connection connection stronger? We already asked that too, apparently. Um
Did they break up?
did they break up? Oop, oop, oop.
That's a strange question to ask. Are you feeling all right, Doctor?
How did Mariana respond to Dr. Decker's death?
How did Mariana respond to Dr. Decker's death?
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
Fair.
Hmm.
Did you want to? Why did you not want to date Dr. Dekker?
Well, because he has a TARDIS, and I don't particularly enjoy space travel. That seems to be more for a fiery Scottish lady than for me, Jaya.
Huh? Stronger than romantic, so we did ask that too. No, I have not read that book. Psychokinesis common.
In Cult of the Kinetic Mind, it all suggests that everyone is capable of psychokinesis and that the cult leaders specifically had these powers that turned their followers into disciples. It's not a fun read, but if you're into psychology, it's a blast.
Cult leaders.
Ooh,
Followers
yeah.
and disciples have a very strong tie to their cult leaders, almost like they've been brainwashed. The author suggests that this is because they've witnessed some kind of psychokinesis, like pyrokinesis or telekinesis.
Brainwash?
Brainwashed?
I don't know everything.
Have you been brainwashed?
You're overthinking things. You don't need to ask me that.
I venture I do, though.
Well, that. Hi, Cusco. We're gonna go to bed soon. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, so that didn't do much. It do something though, I imagine. Hello, Elin. Is psycho. You know what? Kinesis.
Nope.
Woman, what was that you just said?
Maybe pyrokinesis?
Followers and disciples have a very strong tie to their cult leaders, almost like they've been brainwashed. The author suggests that this is because they've witnessed some kind of psychokinesis, like pyrokinesis or telekinesis.
I forgot the E.
Oh.
Telekinesis. I was like, I know it didn't look right. Oh, telepathy. That's fair.
Telepathy.
Pyrokinesis.
Good old pyrotechnics.
Telepathy. Okay, no. So we asked all about that already, which I should have known.
Yeah.
Those are our first thoughts. Then we did it last time. Psychokinesis common. Competition. We have cleared out. No, I have not read that book though.
Okay.
This.
Well,
No,
that's good.
not at all in my experience. Dr. Dekker had an unusual number of patients who claimed psychokinesis. Either he'd been
Huh?
specifically looking for them or someone had been sending them.
Do you believe
Someone had
Yeah.
been sending them? Okay, so we must have asked that already, which is,
Searching for them?
searching for them?
I don't know.
Seeking
You
them
do,
out?
because you suggested it, you fool. Seeking them out?
No.
No.
I've no
No.
idea.
No.
Drea, you dumb bitch.
Common. There we go. I wanted to move that up to the top so that way I didn't have to keep scrolling down for it. Then, where's the other one that we're stuck on with this? Compet. Oop, I'm not typing. LOL. Competition. There we go. There we go. Now we got the 2. So I think that's it. Yeah. That's it. These are the last 2 for her.
No, not at all in my experience. Dr. Dekker had an unusual number of patients who claimed psychokinesis. He'd been specifically looking for them or someone had been sending them.
In your experience?
That's not something I know.
Do you have psychokinesis powers?
Do you believe in
No,
psychokinesis?
not at all in my experience.
Do you believe in psychokinesis? Yeah.
No,
Is
not at all in my
psychokinesis
experience.
common?
Dr. Dekker had an unusual number of patients.
That's
who
the question
claimed
that we're stuck on.
psychokinesis.
Oh.
Either he'd been specifically looking for them or someone had been sending them.
Why would someone send them?
Why would someone send them? It's all in this. Someone was sending them.
It's entirely possible that someone is targeting this practice with psychokinetic patients. To what end, I don't know. It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are diagnosed as insane, or at least temporarily insane. It's a handy diagnosis if you're facing criminal prosecution, especially if it's for murder.
I see.
You think Claire has psychokinesis powers?
Or maybe, which patients claim psychokinesis?
Most of the patients you're seeing have claimed some kind of psychokinesis. If you don't think that's the case, then they just haven't told you yet.
Okay. All right, so that cleared that. So now we just have his competition.
Sorry, I didn't mean I was competing. I was happy Mariana was going out with him. I didn't want to be romantic with him. We had a stronger connection than that.
We asked the stronger connection.
Okay.
Why were you happy? Why were you happy
I
for
don't know
Mariana?
everything. I know most things, but not everything.
Girl,
Why
we're
were
asking you a personal
you-
question.
Have you been taking notes in our session?
Hmm. Why were you happy?
I don't know.
You know what? Same. Same.
Yeah, sometimes I feel that way too.
Oh, what did Dr. Dekker and Mariana do on their date?
I have no idea what they did and when they did it. I'm happy to keep it that way too.
Okay.
Well, that cleared that. But then she still has open things. What else are we supposed to... What do you know about Dr. Decker's mother?
The
Sure.
Dr. Dekker did send me to see his mother once. She was
Why?
dying in a nursing home and he didn't want to see her. I remember him calling
Elin.
her a manipulative, evil old hag. You tend not to ask
Elin.
any more questions after that.
Well, Jaya's done, but we need to note that down. We need to take that in our little
Elin.
notes. Jaya. Dr. Dekker sent Jaya to a nursing home to see his dying mom, who was a evil old hag. Okay, so we have that taken care of.
Holy shit.
We're done with Bryce and the smuggling of the bodies. The repress report. I underlined some things. I wonder if Bryce, what happened to Ben? I think we did the Ben thing. Ask patients about the paper spike. We did that. We did all of this. Talk to Elin about Dr. Decker's mom.
Well, yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah.
So I guess it's Elin and Nathan we have left. Well, no, and
Elin,
Mariana.
Nathan. Yes, and Mariana.
It seems like
Which...
these ones are more intertwined than they have been in the past.
Oh yeah, this is a very intertwined episode.
It suddenly makes sense why we haven't solved anything yet.
I'm sorry, you cut out.
Oh, my bad. It makes sense why we haven't really, really completed anyone yet.
Yeah.
And are just now getting to it, so boy.
We're only 50% through, or we were. So,
I mean,
we still have a lot of game.
For real, this game is still much more entertaining, even though it's frustrating, than telling wise. Yeah.
I think it's because we're too smart.
It is.
We are assuming a lot of things. Like, we already know that Claire, like, we know the player, like, all the patients have psychokinetic, or they're claiming to have psychokinetic powers. And the fact that we have to ask, what patients do you think have this kind of thing, is silly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, that's where I'm like, are you kidding me?
Exactly.
Are you kidding me?
The fact that we have to ask the question 3 different times.
Yeah. The one about, like, why she didn't have enough time was ridiculous. We hit all the keywords. Like,
for real.
That, like, the wording has to be so specific sometimes, and I'm like, we were literally, like, we jumbled it around a bit, but we were, like, still clear.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't remember ever talking about Dr. Decker's mom, but we're also playing this in such a far time skip, and depending on if our notes say anything about his mom, like, so that's on us. But
that's true, though.
I'm about to have you just start a Google Doc and start taking notes while we are playing this. So we have also different notes just to cover like legit everything they're talking about that we're not putting on this.
That's fair, because they are talking about a lot.
We may have to do that. So you're not also just not sitting there. Give you something to do too. But we did so much. We made so much progress this time.
For
We're at
real.
63%. We did 100% in the act, but we're still doing more. I am curious about these 2 achievements that I got today.
Ooh, yeah.
16 hours played and 2,000 guesses made.
Oh my. Well, that's because not only do we have to repeat the questions multiple times, but the slamming on the keyboard, which
Yeah.
has helped out maybe twice.
You know what? It happens.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
You just need some gobbledygook.
Yep.
But we will see you next time, friends. Have a good night.
Doodles.
Goodbye.
Thanks for watching our video. Keep updated on all things Plasma Coin by joining our Discord and following us on our social media pages linked in the description below. If you want more Plasma Coin content, subscribe to our Twitch and YouTube channels, and watch another video up in the corner here. Until next time, guys, we'll see you later. Bye!